with some Scotch tape to take some of the tackiness off. I'm just putting it on my hand 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to stick it onto the outer corner of my eye and just, doing it like that, and then 2 or 3 times on the back of my hand to get some of the tackiness off, sticking it on. Then priming my eyes with my NYX Shadow Eye Pencil in Milk so we have a good base for our eyeshadow and to make it more vibrant. And then I'm setting that with some loose powder, because if you set your eye primer with loose powder, it's going to make it look your eyeshadow look a lot less blotchy, and it's going to help it blend better. So it's so important to set it. And then for my Naked palette, I'm taking the color Naked. It's just a matte light brown color. I'm going to be putting this into my crease and just a little bit above my crease for a transition shade, and it's going to help all the other colors that we're going to put on our eyes blend easier. And then I'm taking the color Smog, it's just a dark brown with like gold specks, and I'm going to be putting this into my crease just to deepen it up a little bit.
I don't care, I'm down for what you want.
Then I'm taking the first brush that I use and just blending it out with whatever leftover product is on the brush, just to blend everything together so there's no harsh lines. And then I'm taking the color Hustle, and I don't know really how to describe this color, it's just a darker brown sparkly color. I'm going to be putting this on my outer V, like way outer V, just to deepen everything up even more, and just dragging it a little bit on the outer half of my upper lash line, not lower lash line. Depending on your preference and what eye look you're going for, you can put a black sparkly color here instead of like a dark brown, and I'm blending it towards the tape. And then I'm going to be taking a big fluffy brush just to blend everything out so there are no harsh lines. And then I'm taking the color Dark Horse. I really don't know why I did this, but I'm putting this like on the way outer part of my eye. And again, just blending everything together because harsh lines are just not cute. And then I'm taking the color Half Baked and just a little bit, barely anything, and I'm putting this on my lid because it's going to be a base for the second color. So I'm just putting a little bit of this all on my lid, just a really pretty gold sparkly color. And then I'm taking the color Sin, and I wet my brush with a little bit of water before I did this. And it's a super pretty champagne-y color, and I'm putting this all over my lid, and I'm making this really pigmented. I put on like a few layers because I really wanted it to pop, and luckily we have like a disco ball all over our eyes, which I think I achieved pretty well if I do say so myself. And then I'm taking the color Virgin just to highlight my brow bone, and then with my Wet n Wild's Make Liner in the shade Dark Brown, I'm creating a finish line on my upper lash line and using the tape as a guideline to create a pretty thick and dramatic wing, which I regret because the wing didn't turn out necessarily how I wanted it to. If you're not that good with liquid liner, which I'm really not, or feel like you're going to mess up, if you're anxious or nervous, don't use liquid liner. Definitely use pencil liner and smudge on your upper lash line because it's going to be much more forgiving, because if you mess up on liquid liner and like gets on your eyelid, it's just like no bueno. So then just take your tape off whenever you're ready, like you're a free woman and you don't need no man. And then I'm just touching up on the lid color, and I'm taking Hustle more into my crease and bringing it towards my inner corner a bit more. And I'm also just darkening up like the outer part of my lid a bit more. And then with my liquid intense liner from L'Oreal, I'm applying this to my upper waterline and lower waterline. When can I talk? And then for the most part, I'm filling in my eyebrows with my Anastasia eyebrow powder, pretty much off camera, but not really. And at first, my eyebrows looked way too bold and like over dramatic, but later on in the video, I like toned it down a bit, so don't worry, they'll look so intense. But I think that false lashes are a necessity for prom, so these are my Ardell 124 lashes that I applied. And then I'm just curling my lashes so the fake ones and natural ones blend together well. And then moving on to the face, I'm taking my Maybelline Baby Skin Primer and just putting this all over my face so my face makeup stays on the whole entire night. And then I'm just cleaning up the fallout because I forgot to do that before, I don't really know how. But then I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation with my finger, just putting it all over my face. And if you didn't know this already, don't use a foundation that has an SPF over 25 or it's going to create like a white cast and you're going to look really washed out in pictures. So I would recommend not using a foundation with SPF, just like skipping it, because it would be way better. And then I'm just taking a sponge just to blend everything out a bit more so nothing looks cakey and everything looks blended out and seamless and all nice. And just doing that because, casual, why not? And then I'm just concealing any dark circles and blemishes with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer or anything that the foundation didn't cover up. Just doing that, great, had a lot of pimples. So, and then I'm taking my Cynthia Rowling like highlighter and I'm highlighting the top of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my cupid's bow. And then I'm taking my Cover FX powder and just lightly dusting a little bit all over, but barely like doing any powder because I don't want my face to look really cakey. And then I'm using my NYC bronzer in the shade Sunny. I used it every video. I'm really carving out my cheekbones just so they look better in pictures as a tip. Really contouring my cheekbones, my jawline, my temples, my forehead, and just a little bit on the sides of my nose so my nose doesn't look so flat and just going to be way better for pictures. A little tip. there. And then I'm going on to blush. This is my Tarte blush in the shade Thrill, just applying it to the apples of my cheeks to give myself some color. And then I'm taking Virgin again just to further highlight my cheekbones and my face, just because why not? Moving back to the eyes, I'm taking Hustle and I'm putting that on the outer 2/3 of my lower lash line. You don't have to do this, just to give my eyes some definition. And I'm taking on the outer part of the wing. And then I'm taking the color Naked and just smudging that below it just to kind of smoke it out, and so the color is not so harsh. And then I'm touching up on the very outer corner with Hustle, and then I'm highlighting the inner corner and inner third of my lower lash line with Virgin, blending my natural and fake lashes with my Benefit Theorem mascara, barely touching my false lashes, just my real lashes, and then I'm putting some on my lower lashes. And then for lips, I'm taking my Prestige lip liner in the shade Sand and just outline my lips, kind of overdrawing it, but not really, just slightly, so my lips look all plump and luscious. And I'm also going to be filling that in. Wow, this is like a lot that I'm saying. And then I'm taking this lip thing, I don't really know what it's called, in the shade Honey Pot that came in my Birchbox, and I'm applying that on top of that just for more glossy effect. And then I'm applying my NYX buttergloss in the shade Apple Strudel on top of that. But anyways, that's in my video. I love you all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more prom videos, like another tutorial or whatever, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!